Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Om Jnanatimidandasya Nananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Namo Vishnu Padhaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradhayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauradushe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhaktashaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkripatamaham vande Shri Gurun Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Taralaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. So Dandat Pranam to all the devotees. Thank you all for joining in for the study of perfect questions, perfect answers by Srila Prabhupada. So yesterday we were reading how when a devotee was asking Prabhupada, right, is it because only the people in India, when they offer something to Krishna, will Krishna accept? And then Prabhupada is saying, right, Krishna does not accept anything, whether in India or in any other country, if there is no devotion, right? And we discussed Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Upahratam Ashnami Priyatatmanaha Tadaham Bhakti Upahratam, right? The Lord is only looking for love and devotion in whatever we are preparing and serving the Lord, right? And whether it is India or whether it is any other country, does not matter, right? It only, the Lord is only looking at our love and devotion. All right, so let's start reading. So we were reading here that Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Praichati. The Lord is not hankering for any food stuff, but He accepts our devotion, which is Bhakti. He accepts only the devotion. That's what we were reading yesterday. And then we get the example of a Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, right? What is required is no other ingredient is as important. Not a good cook, not good ingredients, right? What is accepted is only devotion. So one has to become a pure devotee and not just a good cook, right? Of course, we want to give the best to the Lord, but what Krishna is looking for in the boga is devotion and love, and then all the other qualifications will automatically be there, right? At the same time, if one does not have the love and devotion in his heart, and however good, materially palatable the foodstuff may be, then it will not be pleasing to the Lord, like that. Okay, so Sridhar Prabhu, you can go ahead. You can be Sham Sundar Prabhu, and who wants to be Prabhupada? Okay, I'll continue. Srila Prabhupada, and the time?
6 o'clock. Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam Mataji.
Dandavats, yeah.
6 o'clock.
Questions and answers are required. They are beneficial to all.
I still have a question on a prasada.
Sudha Goswami says, Munaya sadhu prishtoham bhavad bir loka mangalam yat kritaha Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. O sages, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they relate to Lord Sri Krishna and so are relevant to the world's welfare. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. Krishna Samprashnaha. That is very good. When you discuss and hear, that is Lokamangalam, auspicious for everyone, both the questions as well as the answers. So this is given in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.5. Yenatma suprasidati. What will give peace to the mind? Yeah, out of the soul.
I still do not understand so much about prasada, but if you like, I will think about it and ask you again tomorrow.
Prasada is always prasada. But because we are not elevated sufficiently, therefore we do not like some prasadam.
I found specifically that what I mean, that some are too spicy and it hurts my stomach.
Well, that is also due to not appreciating. But the cook should have consideration. Krishna must be offered first class foodstuffs. So if he offers something last class, he is not performing his duty. But Krishna can accept anything if it is offered by a devotee, and a devotee can accept any prasad, even if it is spicy. Hiranyakashipu gave his son poison, and the son offered it to Krishna, and the son drank it as nectar. So even if it is spicy to others, taste, it is very palatable to the devotee. What is the question of spicy? He was offered poison, real poison. And Putana Rakshasi, she also offered Krishna poison. But Krishna is so nice that he thought she took me as my mother. So he took the poison and delivered her. Krishna does not take the bad side. A good man does not take the bad side. He takes only the good side. Just like one of my big god brothers, he wanted to make business with my Guru Maharaj, spiritual master, but my Guru Maharaj did not take the bad side. He took the good side. He thought he has come forward to give me some service.
Business with your, what was that? Business with who?
I'm talking about my Guru Maharaja.
Oh, I see. I have another question on prasada. If I may, let us say some devotees have some trouble and does not eat certain type of food. Like some devotee do not eat ghee because of liver trouble. So these devotees, should they take all the prasada?
No. Those who are not perfect devotees may discriminate, but a perfect devotee does not discriminate. Why should you imitate a perfect devotee? So long as you have discrimination, you are not a perfect devotee. So why should you artificially imitate a pure devotee and eat everything?
Oh,
The point is, a perfect devotee does not make any discrimination. Whatever is offered to Krishna is nectar. That's all. Krishna accepts anything from a devotee. Whatever is offered to me by my devotee, he accepts. The same thing for a devotee. Don't you see the point? A perfect devotee does not make any discrimination. But if I am not a perfect devotee and I have discrimination, why shall I imitate a perfect devotee? It may not be possible for me to digest everything because I am not a perfect devotee. A devotee should not be a foolish man. It is said, Krishna ye bhaje sa bada chatura. So devotee knows his position and is intelligent enough to deal with others accordingly. So this is a very, very beautiful point made by Prabhupada. Right? In the name of prasadam, also most of the times we also do sense gratification, right? Nice rasagullas and nice palatable foodstuffs we offer it to the Lord and then we have it. But Prabhupada is saying in the transcendental platform, there is no difference, right? Too much of ghee in the preparation of sweets, everything can be taken. But in the sadhaka stage, when we don't have so much of pure love and devotion for the Lord, then we have to take care of our body because our body is what is going to help us in doing devotional service. So we have to properly maintain our body. Since we should know what is it that we need to eat so that our body is in perfect condition or a proper body is properly maintained so that we can render service to the Lord. At the stage when we become pure devotees of the Lord, then we become transcendental. Until such time, we need to take sattvic foodstuffs, which actually in a regulated way. Yukta ahara viharasya, yukta chestasya karmashu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. So in this way, when we perform the activities of eating, sleeping, mating, defending, recreation, all of this in accordance to the regulations given in the scriptures, then we are actually maintaining our body properly. We are equipping our body properly to engage in the service of the Lord. And until such time we become pure devotees, we have to take care of our body. We have to take foodstuffs that will suit our body, that will actually enable us to perform devotional service. Okay, so let's move on to the next chapter. Next chapter is chapter number 7. This is acting in knowledge of Krishna. Right? So this is a conversation between an Indian gentleman and Prabhupada. Very, very beautiful question and answers which can be practically implemented in our life, right? Sometimes in the name of being a devotee, we eat too much of Krishna Prasadam, too much of sweets, whatever is offered, Mangal Bhog to the Lord. And the Lord is transcendental. It does not have a material body, right? But we need to take care of our physical body, right? We cannot keep on eating, right? So in this way, we try to adopt a sattvic lifestyle. That is very important. Okay, so let's move on to chapter number 7, acting in knowledge of Krishna. Okay, so who will read? Anyone wants to read? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, Karpagavali Mataji, you can be gentleman. Then Meenakshi Mataji can be Prabhupada. Okay, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Mataji.
Dandavats, Haribol. Go ahead, Mataji. By what kind of actions does one earn good karma?
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dandat Nam. By what kind of action does one earn good karma?
Good karma means what is prescribed in the Vedas. Specifically, it is prescribed that one should perform yajna. Yajna means actions for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, good karma means the performance of yajna as they are prescribed in the Vedic literatures. And the purpose of this yajna is to satisfy the Supreme Lord. A good law-abiding citizen is one whose actions satisfy the government. So, good karma is to satisfy Lord Vishnu. Mataji, could you scroll, Mataji, or is it that I am not able to see?
Yeah, you able to see now?
No, Mataji. I think there is a network
Okay, so
issue,
no problem.
Mataji.
Okay, no problem. I'll just read it. Unfortunately, modern civilization does not know what the Supreme Personality of Godhead is. What to speak of satisfying Him? People do not know. They're simply busy with material activities. Therefore, all of them are performing only bad karma and therefore suffering. Therefore, all of them are performing only bad karma and therefore suffering. They are blind men leading other blind men, and both are then suffering by bad karma. It's very easy to understand. If you do something criminal, you will suffer. If you do something benevolent for the state, for the people, then you are recognized. You are sometimes given a title. This is good karma and bad karma. Good karma means you enjoy some material happiness. Bad karma means you suffer from material distress. By good karma means you get birth in a good family. You get riches, good money. Then you become a learned scholar. You become beautiful also. So vikarma, akarma, and karma. So if you do karma, good actions, you will get good results. If you do vikarma, you get bad results. And if you do akarma, then you don't get any body, or you will not have to suffer any reactions. So that is what a devotee tries to do, right? Because even if you perform good karma, then we have to get a material body to be able to actually come to this material world, and only then we'll be able to exhaust our good karma. But we don't want to come back to the womb of another mother. So in order to do that, we have to perform a karma. So Bob is asking, what about the person who's not very aware of God? Srila Prabhupada, then he is an animal. The animal does not know what is good. A person who does not know what is God, or one who does not try to understand what is God, he is an animal. The animals are with 4 legs, and that animal is with 2 legs. And Darwin's theory is that they are monkeys. So anyone who does not know God or does not try to know God is nothing but an animal, right? So here Prabhupada is making a point of this ahara, nidra, bhayamaitunam cha. सामान्यमेकं पशुभिर नराणां धर्मो एको अधिको विशेषो धर्मे नहीनां पशुभिर समानां, right? So 4 things are common between human beings and animals, which is ahara, nidra, bhayam and maithunam. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. Dharmo eko adhiko vishesho. So dharma, or following the religious principles, or inquiring about what is my duty. Dharma actually means that inseparable thing about a particular object. We've discussed in the past how liquidity is of liquid, sweetness is of sugar. Similarly, seva is of jiva, right? That is an inherent property that cannot be separated from the object. Similarly, if a human being does not inquire what is my position, what is my dharma, then this human being is actually equal to a four-legged. This human being is equal to a two-legged animal. There is no difference between an animal and this human being, right? So following the 4 regulative principles, Prabhupada says no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex, actually helps a person become to the standard of a human being, right? To become a religious person, to become God conscious is far away. What is the foundation? The foundation is to become actually human in our consciousness and not remain human just in our, the way our body is constructed, right? We've got a human body, but do we have human consciousness? So at least these 4 basic principles of no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex brings us to the point of becoming a human being. And from there, our inquiry starts. Right? What is it that I'm supposed to do? What is it I'm not supposed to do? How do I study the Vedic literatures and understand and purify my intelligence to take the right decisions, like that? And then Bob is asking, what about innocent people? Srila Prabhupada, the animal is very innocent. If you cut its throat, it won't protest. So innocence is not a very good qualification. Right? Innocence is not a very good qualification. So what is a good qualification? Let's read further. The animals are all, the animals are all innocent. Therefore, you get a chance to cut their throats. So to become innocent is not a very good qualification. Our proposition is that one must be very, very intelligent, not innocent, but intelligent, so that he can understand Krishna. To become an innocent, ignorant simpleton is not a very good qualification. Simplicity is all right, but one should not be unintelligent. So how to become intelligent, right? Prabhupada saying here, one should not be ignorant, but one should become intelligent, right? And what is that? Krishna Varnam, Tusha Krishnam, Sangopanga Astra Parshadam, Yajna, Sankirtana Prayer, Yajantihi, Su Medasaha. Medasaha, intelligent people, what do? They perform this Sankirtana Yajna, that is prescribed for this age of Kali. So that is what intelligent people do. They inquire what is to be done, what is not to be done. They study the scriptures. They purify their intelligence. In this way, they are able to engage their mind and senses in a way that will elevate them and not degrade them. So that is intelligence. If one is ignorant, like we all know, ignorance of the law of the land does not excuse a person, right? Even if you don't know that you are supposed to stop in the traffic signal and you break the signal, right? You will be punished, you'll be fined, isn't it? So similarly, by being ignorant of the Vedic scriptures and thereby doing what is not required to be done in this material world, actually binds us to this karmic cycle of Janma, Mrityu, Jara and Vyadhi. Sometimes you are suffering, sometimes you are enjoying, but we are still continuing in this cycle of birth and death. So let's continue reading. Okay, Sindhu Mataji, you can be Bob. Yeah, can you tell me again from there?
Hare Krishna, Pranams, Mataji.
Pranams.
Can you tell me again what intelligence is?
Intelligence means one who knows what he is, what is this world, what is God, what are the interrelations. He is intelligent. The animal does not know what he is. He thinks he is the body. Similarly, anyone who does not know what he is not intelligent.
What about a person who tries to do what is right and is very conscientious instead of being unconscious about the things he does? Like the servant who is very honest to his master, but knows that if he were not honest, he would not be caught. If he stays honest anyway, a person like that, is that some kind of a good karma?
Okay, so very interesting question by Mr. Bob, right? So he's asking, right? Is it good to be honest even if we don't get caught? So see, sometimes Prabhupada gives a very beautiful lecture. Prabhupada explains, right? Sometimes we can fool somebody can fool all people for some time, or somebody can fool some people all the time, but no one can fool all people all time. And there is one person we can never fool, and who is that? Is the Paramatma who is situated in our heart, right? Whatever we do, even if we hide it from anybody else, right, we cannot hide from our Paramatma, right? Also, there is a very beautiful story here. Actually, many students were there. They were studying in a Gurukul under a sadhu. So after that entire teaching was over, the sadhu actually gave everybody one mango, and then told this was to test the students how much they've understood. So he gave them one mango to each of the students and told them, go and eat this mango in a place where nobody sees you. Okay, so somebody went behind the tree, inside the cave, here and there they went, and they all had the mangoes, and then they came back. And there was one student who came back and told the Guru, right, I could not find any place where nobody was seeing me. I was always thinking my Paramatma is always seeing me. So there is no place where we are not seen at all. And then the Guru said, this boy has actually understood the essence of the teachings, right? So we understand that we cannot hide anything from the Lord. What is our intention in doing any particular activity? What is our intention in even doing devotional service? The Lord is aware of everything in our heart. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto mata smriti jnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarve rahameva vedyo vedanta vrid veda vriddeva chaham. Right? Krishna tells in many places in Bhagavad Gita, I am situated in the heart. Right? From me comes knowledge and remembrance and forgetfulness. Right? Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati. Right, it tells again in Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, I am situated in everybody's heart. So I know what is going on in anybody's and everybody's heart. So we cannot hide anything from Krishna. Right? So what is to become honest? To become honest is also good karma. How to become a good man is described by Lord Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita very elaborately. Daivi sampati mokshaya nibandaya suri matha. So if you are qualified with the Daivi sampada, transcendental qualities, then vimokshaya, you will be liberated. And nibandaya suri, if you are qualified with the demonic qualifications, then you will become more and more entangled. Right? So this is what is mentioned by Prabhupada. Oh, okay. All right. Unfortunately, the modern civilization does not know what is liberation and what is entanglement, right? What is the difference between modernization and entanglement? They are so much ignorant. They do not know. Suppose if I ask you, what do you mean by liberation? Can you answer? And if I ask you, what do you mean by entanglements? Can you answer? These words are there in the Vedic literature, liberation and entanglement. But at the present moment, people do not even know what is liberation and what is entanglement. They are so ignorant and foolish, and still they are proud of their advancement in knowledge. Can you answer what is liberation? You are a professor, teacher. But if I ask you, can you explain what is liberation?
Not adequately, because if I could explain, then I would become liberated very fast.
But if you do not know what is liberation, then how fast or slow liberation? There is no question of liberation. It is neither fast nor slow. You should first know what is liberation. If you do not know where the train is going, and then what is the use of asking, understanding whether it is going fast or slow? You don't know your destination. What is liberation? I'm asking. You daily ask me. I'm asking you.
Okay, I will think for a moment.
See, liberation is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The exact word, Sanskrit word for liberation is mukti. So that is defined in Srimad Bhagavatam as muktir hitvanyata rupam swarupena vyavastitihi. One should stop doing all nonsense and he must be situated in his original position. But this is also more embarrassing because nobody knows his original position and how to act properly. Because people are generally acting differently, because they do not know what is proper. The modern population is so much ignorant about their life. It is a very awkward position. They do not know.
Can you tell me who is honest?
If one does not know what is honesty, how can he be honest? But if you know what is honesty, then you can be honest. What is honesty? First of all, explain.
Honesty is doing what you really feel is right.
A thief is feeling, I must steal to provide for my children. It is right. Does it mean that he is honest? Everyone thinks, the butcher thinks, it is my life. I must cut the throat of the animals daily. Just like that. What is that hunter? And Narada Muni met him.
Mrigari.
Yes, Mrigari. Narada asked him, why are you killing in this way? And he said, oh, it is my business. My father taught it. So he was honestly doing that. So a feeling of honesty depends on culture. A thief's culture is different. He thinks stealing is honest.
So what is honesty?
Yes, that is my question. Real honesty is that one should not encroach upon another's property, right? There is this verse, Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bunjita magrada kasya shvidhanam, right? Ishopanishad, verse 2, right? After the introduction verse number 1. It talks about Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Everything belongs to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat, right? Whatever is one is allocated, one should only consume that much. Right? Ishavasam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Tena tattena punjita magrada kasya svitanam. So one should only utilize what has been allocated as his quota by the Lord. And one should not try to usurp another's property, knowing well that everything belongs to the Lord. And the Lord has allocated it to certain people according to their karmas, according to their desires, etc. So we should stick to what is allocated to us for our services, like that. So Prabhupada is saying that is honesty. One should not encroach upon another's property. That is honesty. For instance, this is my table. If you want to take it away while going, is that honesty? So therefore, the simple definition of honesty is that you should not encroach upon another's rights. That is honesty. Okay, Leela Nandini Mataji, go ahead.
Yeah. What, Prabhupada?
Bob, I think Sindhu Mataji's got unmute this. Yeah. You can go
Yeah.
ahead with and then I'll continue. Yeah.
Okay. So somebody who is honest would be in the mode of goodness. Would that be correct?
Certainly, certainly. Because the mode of goodness means knowledge. So if you know this table does not belong to me, it belongs to Swamiji, you will not try to take it away. Therefore, one must know, be thoroughly well conversant, then he can be honest.
So now you have said the mode of goodness have knowledge of God, but somebody may be honest without having very much knowledge of God.
Yeah.
Without being honest, without thinking they are honest, because it is God's wishes, they just feel like they ought to be honest.
God wishes everyone to be honest. Why should God think otherwise?
So you may follow God's wishes without knowing you are following God's wishes. Like somebody may be in the mode.
No. Following without knowing, that is absurd. You must know the order of God, and if you follow that, then that is honesty.
But somebody would not be honest without knowing God?
Yes, because God is the supreme proprietor, the supreme enjoyer, and he is the supreme friend. This is the statement of the Bhagavad Gita. If anyone knows these three things, then he is in full knowledge. These three things is only that God is the proprietor of everything, God is a friend of everyone, and God is the enjoyer of everything. For example, everyone knows that in the body, the stomach is the enjoyer, not the hands, not the legs, not the eyes, not the ears. These are there simply to help the stomach. Eyes, the vulture goes 7 miles up to see where there is food for the stomach. Is it not?
That is so.
Then the wings fly there, the jaws catch the food. Similarly, as in this body, the stomach is the enjoyer. The central figure of the whole cosmic manifestation, material or spiritual, is Krishna, God. He is the enjoyer. We can understand this just by considering our own bodies. The body is also a creation. The body has the same mechanical nature you will find in the whole universe. The same mechanical arrangement will be found anywhere you go, even in the animals. In the human body or in the cosmic manifestation, almost the same mechanism. So you can understand very easily that in this body, any body, your body, the stomach is the enjoyer. There is a central enjoyer, and the stomach is a friend also, because if you cannot digest food, you see then all other limbs of the body become weak. Therefore, the stomach is the friend. It is digesting and distributing the energy to all the limbs of the body. Is it not?
It is so.
Similarly, the central stomach of the whole creation or God is Krishna. He is the enjoyer, he is the friend, and as a supreme proprietor, he is maintaining everyone. That's why he's called Janardana, the one who maintains everyone. Just as a king can maintain the whole country's citizens because he is the proprietor. Without being the proprietor, how can one become everyone's friend? So these things have to be understood. Krishna is the enjoyer, Krishna is the proprietor, and Krishna is the friend. If you know these three things, then your knowledge is full. You do not require to understand anything more. Yasmin vijñate sarvam evam vijñatam bhavatihi. If you simply understand Krishna by these three formulas, then your knowledge is complete. If you don't require any more, you don't require any more knowledge. But people will not agree. Why should Krishna be the proprietor? Hitler should be the proprietor. Nixon, that is going on. Therefore, you are in trouble. But if you understand these three things only, then your knowledge is complete. But you will not accept, you will put forward many impediments to understanding these three things. And that is the cause of our trouble. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is plainly said, Bhoktaram yajñatapasam sarvalokam maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam jnatva mam shantim richati. The sages, knowing me as the ultimate purpose of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. But we won't take this. We shall put forward so many false proprietors, false friends, false enjoyers, and they will fight with one another. This is the situation of the world. If education is given and people take this knowledge, then there is immediate peace. Shanti mrachati. That's why this particular verse is called the peace formula in Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada mentions this. This is the peace formula prescribed by Lord Sri Krishna in the purport. This is knowledge, and if anyone follows this principle, he is honest. He does not claim it is mine. He knows everything. Oh, it is Krishna's. So therefore, it should be used in Krishna's service. This is honesty. If this pencil belongs to me, the etiquette is my students sometimes ask, can I use this pencil? Yes, you can. Similarly, if I know that everything belongs to Krishna, I will not use anything without his permission. That is honesty. That is knowledge. One who does not know is ignorant. He is foolish. And a foolish man commits criminality. All criminals are foolish men. Out of ignorance, one commits law breaking. So ignorance is not bliss, but it is folly to be wise where ignorance is bliss. It is folly to be wise where ignorance is bliss. That is the difficulty. The whole world is enjoying ignorance. And when you talk about Krishna consciousness, they do not very much appreciate it. And if I say Krishna is the proprietor, you are not the proprietor, you will not be very much satisfied. Just see, ignorance is bliss. So it is my foolishness to say the real truth. Therefore, it is folly to be wise where ignorance is bliss. So we are taking the risk of offending. Because some people do not like that we say Krishna is the supreme proprietor, because they like such kind of flattering talk. Right? But a guru is not meant to give such kind of flattering talk. But a guru is supposed to be heavy, to tell us the real truth on our face, right? So that will give us real benefit and not just temporary benefit like this, right? Temporary pleasure of, hearing some nice, sweet words. So we are taking the risk of offending people and they will think we are fools. If I say to a rich man, you are not the proprietor, Krishna is the proprietor, whatever money you have, spend it for Krishna, he will be angry. Upadesho hi murkhanam prakopayana ashantaye. If you instruct a rascal, he'll be angry. Therefore, we go as beggars. My dear sir, you're a very nice man. I'm a sannyasi, beggar. So I want to construct a temple. Can you spare some money? So he will think, oh, here is a beggar. Give him some money. They laugh. But if I say, dear sir, you have millions of dollars at your disposal. That is Krishna's money. Give it to me. I'm Krishna's servant. Oh, everyone laughs. He will not be very satisfied. Rather, if I go as a beggar, he will give me something. And if I tell him the truth, he will not give me a farthing. We convince him as beggars. We are not beggars. We are Krishna's servants. We don't want anything from anyone because we know Krishna will provide everything.
Oh.
This is knowledge. For instance, a child will sometimes take something important. So we have to flatter him. Oh, you're so nice. Please take this lozenges and give me that paper. It is nothing, it is paper. And he will say, oh, yes, take, that's nice. 2 pies lozenges, very nice and sweet. So we have to do that. Why? Because a man will go to hell by taking Krishna's money. So, some way or the other, take some money from him and engage him in the Krishna consciousness movement.
And then he may not go to hell?
Yes, you save him from going to hell. Oh, there's something missing here. Okay. Yes, you save him from going to hell. Who needs it? I guess there's some printing. This thing is there. Who is not poor? There are so many gentlemen sitting here who is not in need of money and food. You're also in need of money. So how do you distinguish poor from rich? Everyone needs it. If that is your definition, if one needs money and food, then everyone needs money and food. So everyone is poor. So definition of rich and poor.
So, but
So,
well, I was thinking in terms of just people who are relatively poor.
relatively, maybe you are more hungry than me. That does not mean you are not hungry or I am not hungry. I do not feel hungry now. That does not mean I do not feel hungry or I am not hungry. For the time being, you may not be hungry, but tomorrow you will be hungry.
What I feel is that somehow these people that everybody around may be stealing, but they still stand up and don't steal. These people somehow deserve something good to happen to them.
But the man who is thinking that he is not stealing is also a thief because he does not know that everything belongs to Krishna. Therefore, whatever he is accepting, he is stealing.
Is he less of a thief?
You may not know that I am the proprietor of this wrapper, but if you take it away, are you not stealing?
But maybe if I know it is yours and I take it, I am a worse thief than if I do not know whose it is. I just think it may be nobody's and I take it.
That is also stealing because it must belong to somebody and you take it without his permission. You may not know exactly who is the proprietor, but you know it must belong to someone. That is knowledge. Sometimes we see on the road so many valuable things left there. Government property for repairing roads or some electrical work. A man may think, oh, fortunately, these things are lying here, so I may take them. Is it not stealing?
It is stealing.
Yes, he does not know that this is all government property. He takes it away, that is stealing. And when he is caught, he is arrested and he is punished. So, similarly, whatever you are collecting, suppose you're drinking a glass of water from the river. Is the river your property?
No.
Then it is stealing. So, you have not created the river. You do not know who is the proprietor. Therefore, it is not your property. So, even if you drink a glass of water without knowing to whom it belongs, you are a thief. So, you may think, I am honest, but actually, you are a thief. So, you must remember Krishna. Oh, Krishna, it is your creation. So, kindly allow me to drink. This is honesty. Therefore, a devotee always thinks of Krishna in all activities. Oh, it is Krishna's. This is honesty. So without Krishna consciousness, everyone is a rascal, is a thief, is a rogue, is a robber. These qualifications. Therefore, our conclusion is that anyone who does not understand Krishna has no good qualifications. Neither is he honest, nor has he knowledge. Therefore, he is a third class man. Is that correct? What do you think, Giriraj?
Yes.
This is not dogmatism. This is a fact. So, you have understood what is knowledge and what is honesty?
In a way.
And is there in another way? Is there any other way? Defy it. Another way, Giriraj?
No.
Is there an alternative? We do not say anything that can be defied by anyone. That experience we have. Rather, we defy everyone. Any questions? Till now, Krishna has given us protection and big meetings in big countries. After speaking, I ask, any questions?
Now I have. Where is it? I have none.
Yeah. Okay, Shobhami Mataji, go ahead. Yeah, Leelanandini Mataji, you can become Prabhupada now. And Shobhami Mataji can become Bob Cohen.
Okay, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Now
In
I have
London, Prabhupada, no, in London, we had how many days lectures in that? What is that? Conway Hall?
12 days Conway Hall.
Conway Hall?
12 days.
Yes. So after every meeting, I was asking any questions?
Did you get many questions?
Oh, yes. Many foolish questions. Everyone loves.
Let me ask one more question. What is being foolish?
One having no knowledge is to be considered foolish.
Prabhupada, I have one personal question. Can I ask?
Yes.
Some time ago in Calcutta, they observed a week. It was named Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Week.
He gives a quick laugh. This is another foolishness. They are advertising prevention of cruelty and they are maintaining thousands of slaughterhouses. You see, that is another foolishness.
So I wanted just to ask.
Asking before you ask, I give you the answer. All of that is another foolishness. They are regularly cruel to animals and they are making a society.
Maybe this is.
Suppose a gang of thieves has a signboard, Good Man and Company. You sometimes find such a signboard.
Our landlord in San Francisco temple was named Good Man.
The philosophy is that when an animal is not properly nourished, that is cruelty. Therefore, instead of allowing it to starve, better to kill it. That is their theory. Is it not?
Yes.
They say, oh, it is better to kill him than to give him so much pain. That theory is coming in communist countries. An old man, grandfather, is suffering, so better to kill him. And there in Africa, there is a class of men who make a festival by killing the great grandfathers. It is not? Yes.
They eat them?
Yes, Shamasundara loves. Yes. Yes.
I had an uncle and aunt. They were in the army. So when they went overseas, they could not take their dog with them. So they said, the poor dog, he will be so heartbroken not to be with us. So they put him to sleep, killed him.
In Gandhi's life, he once killed one calf or some cow. It was suffering very much, so Gandhi ordered, instead of letting it to suffer, just kill it.
Yesterday you said that the spiritual master may have to suffer due to the sinful activities of his disciples. What do you mean by sinful activities?
Sinful activities, Mataji, sinful activities means that you promised, I shall follow the regulative principles. If you do not follow, that is sinful. That is the promise. Very simple. You break the promise and do nasty things. Therefore, you are sinful. Is it not?
Yes, but there are some things. Mataji, the screen. Hare
Oh,
Krishna.
sorry. Hare Krishna. Sorry. Mataji's. I was on mute. So it is 6:45 p.m. So we'll end here. So couple of very important points that Prabhupada is mentioning here. Prabhupada is talking about what is sinful life. Sinful life means whatever we promise to our spiritual master, if we don't do it, whether it is a following of the four regulative principles, or whether it is not following, no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex, then it is a sinful activity. And then Prabhupada is also talking about those institutions which are built to protect animals, but they go and have this meat and animal flesh at home. So that is what Prabhupada is saying is duplicity, right? Being simple is good, but one should not be foolish. And ignorance is not an excuse. So in this way, these questions and answers actually help pave our life to lead our life in a way that leads us to God consciousness. So I hope all of you are benefiting by this study of perfect questions, perfect answers. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Thank you very much. So we'll meet tomorrow morning 5 a.m. for Brahma Murta chanting, and then again at 6 o'clock for Srila Prabhupada's book study, Perfect Questions, Perfect Answers. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.